Chaos, uncertainty. The world spins faster than ever, and you're caught in the storm, chasing answers, searching for clarity. But what if the wisdom you need has already been carved into time itself? For centuries, China's greatest minds have distilled life's deepest truths into words so powerful they've survived emperors, wars, and dynasties. These proverbs aren't just words. They are survival guides, secrets to success, happiness, and resilience. Today, we unlock the hidden wisdom of China. Lessons you'll wish you had known sooner. Pay close attention. The journey starts now. Do not remove a fly from your friend's forehead with a hatchet. This reflects the value of thoughtfulness and precision in Chinese culture. It echoes the caution seen in traditional Chinese medicine, where treatments are carefully tailored to balance rather than harm the body. Keep your broken arm inside your sleeve. This captures the value placed on maintaining dignity and composure in adversity. In Chinese culture, resilience and emotional strength are often displayed by handling personal struggles privately while focusing on moving forward. A smile will gain you 10 more years of life. In Chinese culture, health and happiness are deeply intertwined. This aligns with traditional Chinese medicine, which emphasizes harmony between mind and body for longevity. Practices like Tai Chi and Qigong focus on cultivating inner peace to promote both physical and emotional well-being. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. Respect for elders and their wisdom is a cornerstone of Chinese society, rooted in Confucian values. Elders are often seen as keepers of experience, guiding younger generations not just in family matters, but also in broader life decisions. Do not climb a tree to look for fish. This reflects the practical and logical mindset deeply ingrained in Chinese culture, which also influenced their innovations. From ancient agricultural tools to modern-day engineering feats like the Three Gorges Dam, China has long excelled at problem-solving with precision and pragmatism. Patience is a tree with bitter roots but sweet fruit. The story of the Great Wall of China is a testament to patience and perseverance. Built over centuries by various dynasties, it required enormous effort, yet today it stands as a symbol of enduring strength and foresight. A needle is not sharp at both ends. This reflects the Chinese belief in balance and practicality, rooted in the yin and yang philosophy. Perfection is not expected in all aspects. Instead, focus is placed on utilizing each strength for its intended purpose. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. This proverb echoes China's long tradition of self-reliance and skill building. Ancient Chinese education systems emphasized lifelong learning, as seen in the rigorous imperial examination system, which determined government positions based on merit. Be not afraid of growing slowly, be afraid only of standing still. China's economic transformation exemplifies this philosophy. From rural beginnings to becoming a global powerhouse, its steady and calculated reforms, such as those initiated by Deng Xiaoping, show how patience leads to monumental growth. Dig the well before you are thirsty. This proverb underscores the value of foresight, a quality evident in Chinese innovations like the Great Canal and ancient agricultural systems. Planning ahead has always been vital to sustaining both individuals and societies. Experience is a boon that nature gives us when we are bald. This humorous yet profound saying resonates with the Confucian emphasis on wisdom gained through experience. In Chinese culture, elders are revered for their life lessons, often seen as valuable combs for guiding the younger generation. The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. This echoes the rigorous preparation that defined ancient Chinese military strategies, such as those in Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Meticulous planning and practice were emphasized to minimize conflict and ensure victory. The best fighter is never angry. A core tenet of martial arts like Tai Chi and Kung Fu, this reflects the ultimate essence of self-control and balance. Masters of these arts focus on channeling energy calmly and efficiently, avoiding impulsive anger. He who sacrifices his conscience to ambition burns a picture to obtain ashes. This reflects a cautionary theme in Chinese philosophy. Ambition should never come at the cost of ethics. Stories like those of corrupt emperors or greedy officials highlight the consequences of prioritizing power over morality. A closed mind is like a closed book, just a block of wood. This reflects the high value placed on learning and intellectual curiosity in China. The invention of the printing press during the Tang Dynasty revolutionized learning, spreading knowledge, and ensuring minds remained open. A man who cannot tolerate small misfortunes can never accomplish great things. The story of silk production in ancient China reflects this. Sericulture required meticulous care and resilience, yet it created one of the most coveted commodities in history, fueling the legendary Silk Road trade. You cannot prevent the bird of sorrow from flying over your head, but you can prevent it from building a nest in your hair. Buddhism, which has been influential in Chinese thought, emphasizes mindfulness and letting go of attachments to sorrow. Temples across China, like the serene Shaolin Monastery, embody this practice of seeking inner tranquility amidst life's chaos. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Reforestation projects in China, like the Green Great Wall, 3 North Shelter Forest Program, show how the country is taking action now to combat desertification and climate change, proving it's never too late to start something impactful. When the wind changes direction, there are those who build walls and those who build windmills. China's adaptability throughout history is remarkable. From navigating the Silk Road trade routes to leading in green energy production today, like being the world's largest producer of wind turbines, China has shown it knows when to build walls and when to harness the wind. Even a great talent cannot do it alone. The construction of the Forbidden City exemplifies this wisdom. It required the collaboration of architects, artisans, and laborers from across the Ming Dynasty to create one of the most magnificent structures in history, showcasing the power of collective effort. The more you know, the less you need to say. This aligns with the Chinese philosophical concept of wu wei, which means effortless action, which emphasizes subtlety and restraint. It's why Chinese paintings often leave space unfilled, allowing silence or simplicity to speak louder than words. It is better to light a candle than curse the darkness. The Chinese invention of paper and printing helped light a candle for humanity, spreading knowledge and literacy across the world. These innovations paved the way for enlightenment in countless cultures. He who strikes the first blow admits he has lost the argument. This resonates with Confucian teachings on diplomacy and self-restraint, which have shaped China's historical emphasis on negotiation over conflict, seen in ancient treaties, and the emphasis on harmony in Chinese society. Clear conscience never fears midnight knocking. Integrity is a pillar of Confucian thought, deeply embedded in Chinese culture. This proverb reflects the traditional value of ren, which means benevolence in English, reminding individuals to live honorably and in harmony with others. An inch of time is worth an inch of gold, but you can't buy that inch of time with an inch of gold. This highlights the deep appreciation for time in Chinese culture. The intricate timing required for ancient innovations like astronomical instruments and agricultural systems illustrates how every moment was valued and utilized for progress. One joy scatters 100 griefs. This mirrors the philosophy behind Chinese festivals like the Spring Festival, Chinese New Year, where joy, family reunions, and celebrations sweep away the worries of the past year, bringing renewal and hope. If you always give, you will always have. The Chinese concept of quanqi, thus, relationships and networks emphasizes reciprocity. Acts of generosity often return in unexpected ways, strengthening social bonds and ensuring a sense of abundance within the community. Distant water does not quench a nearby fire. This illustrates the importance of practicality and local solutions, which is why ancient Chinese innovations, like the development of elaborate irrigation systems, focused on addressing immediate needs and sustaining nearby communities. Tension is who you think you should be. Relaxation is who you are. This resonates with the teachings of Taoism, which encourages living in harmony with nature and embracing simplicity. Practices like Tai Chi and meditation reflect this philosophy, helping people find their true, relaxed selves. When the heart is at ease, the body is healthy. Smiling is often associated with qi, or life energy, in Chinese thought. A positive attitude is believed to attract good luck, which is why smiling symbols like the laughing Buddha are cherished in homes for prosperity. Good fortune and happiness will come to the home of those who smile. In Chinese culture, a smile is often seen as a sign of inner harmony and good luck. Smiling is associated with positive feng shui, the practice of creating a balanced and harmonious living environment to attract prosperity and happiness. The tongue can paint what the eyes cannot see. This highlights the power of storytelling and oral tradition in China, which preserved history, values, and legends long before written records. Even today, Chinese opera and poetry bring unseen emotions and ideas to vivid life through words. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. This reflects the Taoist principle of embracing silence and wisdom through observation. The Taoist sage Lao Tzu taught that true understanding comes from quiet reflection and harmony with the natural world, not boasting or idle chatter. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. This iconic wisdom from Lao Tzu reflects the Chinese philosophy of persistence and steady progress. It resonates with China's historical achievements, such as the construction of the Grand Canal, an extraordinary engineering feat that began with small, consistent efforts over centuries. Better to have a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. The Chinese appreciation for imperfection is beautifully reflected in their reverence for jade. While a jade piece may not be flawless, it is cherished for its deeper cultural symbolism of purity, strength, and virtue. The faintest ink is better than the best memory. This underscores the Chinese value placed on written records. As the inventors of paper, the Chinese revolutionized knowledge sharing, enabling the preservation of ideas, history, and discoveries for generations through calligraphy and manuscripts. A good book is a friend that never lets you down. China's literary tradition spans millennia, from the Analects of Confucius to classical poetry by Li Bai. Libraries and study halls, such as those in ancient academies, reflect the enduring respect for books as lifelong companions and sources of wisdom. A bad word whispered will echo 100 miles. This reflects the Confucian principle of li, or propriety, emphasizing the power of words to shape reputations and relationships. In ancient China, maintaining harmony within communities was paramount, and gossip or slander was seen as a threat to that balance. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. Taoism teaches embracing the natural flow of life. This quote mirrors the beauty of expression for its own sake, much like Chinese calligraphy and poetry, which are valued as forms of art and personal truth rather than solutions to problems. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. This reflects the Confucian emphasis on learning and inquiry. Ancient Chinese academies encouraged rigorous questioning and learning, fostering a culture where curiosity was not only accepted but celebrated. When you drink the water, remember the spring. Gratitude is a deeply rooted value in Chinese culture, seen in the practice of honoring ancestors. Festivals like the Qingming Festival remind people to respect their roots and those who came before them, much like remembering the source of water. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. This reflects the perseverance and patience embodied in Chinese history, such as the creation of the Dujiangyan irrigation system, which began with small, deliberate efforts and has provided water for over 2,000 years. A fall into a ditch makes you wiser. In Chinese culture, mistakes are viewed as opportunities for growth, a belief that aligns with the philosophy of yin and yang, where setbacks and successes are interconnected parts of life's journey, fostering resilience and wisdom. Do not fear going forward slowly. Fear only to stand still. This echoes the gradual and deliberate approach China has taken throughout history, from its ancient agricultural advancements to its rise as a modern global power. Patience and steady progress have always been part of its cultural DNA. A spark can start a fire that burns the entire prairie. This resonates with the transformative potential of small beginnings. In Chinese history, ideas like Confucianism and Taoism began as localized philosophies, yet spread like sparks, influencing societies far beyond China's borders. Pearls don't lie on the seashore. If you want one, you must dive for it. This reflects the Chinese emphasis on diligence and perseverance. The painstaking art of cultivating pearls mirrors this, as it requires patience and care, qualities that align with broader cultural attitudes toward achieving excellence. The flame of a single candle can light 1,000 others. This embodies the principle of knowledge sharing in Chinese culture. Ancient scholars and educators, like Confucius, believed that teaching one person could illuminate the lives of many, creating a ripple effect of enlightenment. Flowing water never stagnates. This aligns with Taoist teachings, which use water as a metaphor for adaptability and vitality. In Chinese philosophy, water symbolizes resilience as it constantly moves, finds its way around obstacles, and sustains life. Do not confine your children to your own learning, for they were born in another time. Ancient Chinese thinkers, like Confucius, emphasized the importance of education and adapting to the changing world. Today, this wisdom resonates in China's focus on innovation, blending traditional values with cutting-edge learning. A gem is not polished without rubbing, nor a man perfected without trials. This reflects the importance of endurance in Chinese culture, as seen in practices like martial arts or the rigorous imperial examinations. Challenges are viewed as essential for growth, much like the refinement of jade or porcelain. A wise man makes his own decisions, an ignorant man follows the crowd. This aligns with the teachings of Confucius, who emphasized personal integrity and moral judgment over blind conformity. Ancient scholars were taught to think critically, not just follow societal norms. To forget one's ancestors is to be a brook without a source, a tree without roots. Ancestor worship and reverence are central to Chinese traditions, seen during festivals like Qingming or Tomb Sweeping Day. Honoring ancestors is a way to preserve one's identity and connect with one's heritage. A single conversation across the table with a wise man is worth a month's study of books. This mirrors the Confucian respect for mentorship and dialogue. Ancient Chinese scholars often sought advice from teachers or sages, valuing personal interaction as a vital way to gain insight beyond what text could provide. Even a hare will bite when it is cornered. This illustrates the yin and yang philosophy, where even the gentlest beings possess strength when threatened. It aligns with stories of resilience in Chinese folklore, where unlikely heroes rise when pushed to their limits. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. Patience is a cornerstone of Chinese philosophy, particularly in Taoism, which teaches calmness and harmony as the best responses to life's challenges. This mindset is reflected in practices like Tai Chi, which emphasizes controlled, deliberate movements. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it, a hallmark of Taoism. Water is revered as a symbol of flexibility and strength. Its ability to adapt without losing its essence reflects how humans should navigate life's ever-changing circumstances with resilience and grace. He who depends on himself will attain the greatest happiness. This resonates with the Confucian ideal of self-reliance and personal discipline. The belief that success comes from within has driven individuals throughout Chinese history to cultivate skills, character, and independence. Forget injuries, but never forget kindnesses. The concept of bao or reciprocity in Chinese culture encourages gratitude and returning kindnesses. This principle is deeply ingrained in relationships and community dynamics, fostering trust and harmony. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. If you want happiness for a day, go fishing. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help somebody. This reflects the deep-rooted Chinese value of ren, which means benevolence in English, a core principle in Confucianism. Helping others is seen as a moral duty and a source of lasting joy, which is why acts of kindness are highly celebrated in Chinese society. Life is a dream walking, death is going home. This reflects Taoist beliefs about the impermanence of life and the natural cycle of existence. In Taoism, life and death are seen as part of a harmonious journey, much like the changing seasons, encouraging a peaceful acceptance of life's transience. Two good talkers are not worth one good listener. Confucian teachings emphasize the importance of ji or wisdom, which includes the ability to listen and understand others deeply. Listening is considered a virtue in Chinese culture, often more valuable than eloquent speaking. Wealth does not pass 3 generations. This mirrors the Chinese saying "Fu bu guo san dai," meaning wealth doesn't last beyond 3 generations. It's a reminder of the fleeting nature of material wealth, emphasizing the importance of education and values over riches for sustaining a legacy. In a flood of words, surely some mistakes. This reflects the Confucian ideal of measured speech and the Chinese preference for thoughtfulness in communication. Proverbs like this encourage people to speak wisely and sparingly to avoid unnecessary errors or conflict. Great souls have wills. Feeble ones have only wishes. This ties to China's emphasis on perseverance and determination, seen in the stories of historical figures like Zhang Qian, who opened the Silk Road. True greatness in Chinese culture often comes from a steadfast will to overcome challenges and realize one's vision. Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise. Seek what they sought. This reflects a central tenet of Taoism and Confucianism. understanding the essence of knowledge rather than simply imitating it. Ancient scholars sought harmony with the natural world, inspiring others to discover their own paths to wisdom. If you made it this far, thank you for being awesome. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more awesome videos. See you in the next video.